I will, yeah, I will record this. All right, guys, welcome. I feel like it's been forever since we got together as a group. So just a reminder, a couple of things. All right, the client Zoom. All right, so let me go back. So the Monday night coach training, that's going to be going forward Monday nights. I hope it's good. That's why we grabbed the first spot because I wanted to really set the tone for what I think this training should be. I'm of the mindset when I have coaches together, I want to train them up. I want to train them up so they walk away with something of value. So I'm hoping that that's the message that was delivered, and the other IPDs that are taking the Monday night slots follow suit. We want something of value that they can take into their coaching business. Why is Jenny Dykstra on here? Anyway, okay, so that's so coaching Zoom every Monday night. It's going to be 8 p.m. Client Zoom. We will continue to offer our Healthy Me and You client Zoom the first Wednesday of every month. Marissa and I think Michelle Manning, I'm not sure, have taken this spot tomorrow night. Thank you, ladies. It's a phenomenal presentation on stress eating. If you have clients that struggle with that, please send them the graphic. It's on Healthy Me and You. That's 7:30 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the first Wednesday of every month, which is tomorrow. I would like a volunteer for next month. If anybody would like to volunteer. Now, I did put in the FIBIC thread today, another client Zoom that's being run. Yeah. So I think that that's going to be, Sierra's already created a graphic. I've asked Sierra to post it on our team page every Monday. It does coincide with the Susie Heyman training, but again, this is for our clients. And then we can just listen in on the recording to that if you want to. I also invited you guys to join that Facebook page, that community time Facebook page. It's just something else we can offer our clients because I was feeling the void of not having something weekly that they can attend. So good news, we're going to be offering that. So that graphic will be posted on Healthy Me and You every Monday. And that is 8 to 8:30 every Monday, Eastern Standard Time for clients that want to listen in. Okay. So I'm glad that we did that. Any questions about that? Okay, but for now, and my thought process today was maybe we do away with the Healthy Me and You client Zoom. I don't know. I kind of like our community to still come together at least once a month. That's working well. So I think for now we will continue it. So I am looking for a volunteer for next month for August, the first Wednesday. I can give you topic suggestions. So if you want to message me after this that you'd like to do it, and believe me, I will help you with the topic. You're just going to do the slide presentation. Okay. And Marissa put together a good one. The blitzes going on, let's not forget about them. So we all agreed that each FIBIC would contribute $100. That's it. The ED Blitz, which again, I know that some people have fallen off of that. The scorecards, are they being kept? Are you meeting one-on-one with the people that have registered for that? Just circle back this month, guys. I know that it's hard to meet with these coaches every week, but at least circle back to your coaches who have agreed to sign up for that. And just make sure that they're in action. I know you're meeting with your coaches anyway. And then the sponsoring blitz, again, for everybody who's not yet FIBIC, anybody that said that they were going to participate in that, let's just encourage those that said they were all in and going to do that, just to make sure that they are still on board. So we want to try to ride that into convention as best we can. And, guys, here's the thing. We try all different things. Some work, some don't. We learn from them. We grow from them. So that's how my feeling on this. Some things will be great and really resonate. I think it was great starting out, but maybe we've lost some momentum, but it's okay. Just want to, okay. Let's see. I am looking for another volunteer. And again, this is not something we have to do. It's just something nice to do. So Wayne and I are hosting a white party at convention Friday night. I put that on the team page. I really hope all you leaders are going to convention. I know the ones that cannot for personal circumstances, but everyone that's registered, I really hope that you continue to go. I hope that maybe if your health isn't 100% on point, that doesn't deter you from going. because you will get to convention and you will see all shapes and sizes and you will not feel out of place. I just want to encourage you that maybe some of you are feeling like that. That's sort of the message I've gotten a little bit. And I just want to, we're all human, guys, and we all love each other with no judgment. So if that's holding you back from going, please don't let that be a deterrent, because you're going to really grow in so many ways from being there live. I put the, so anyway, my point being, I wanted to do a slideshow at the restaurant, just of fun pictures of our coaches, you know, from our walk at the high school that day, from our team dinner last year. If I know, Dawn, you've gotten together with some of your coaches for lunch. Cindy's gotten together with some of her coaches for dinner. Can, you know, listen, can I do it? I can do anything. Do I have time to do it? Probably no. So if anybody else has a little extra time and they're good at this and they want to be the collector of the photos and put the slideshow together, I would be indebted to you. You don't have to answer that now. Just come to me and let me know. It's just a nice thing that we could have running in the background at our team dinner. Okay. The other thing I talked about a while ago on our team thread, a lot of coaches in different areas of the country do something called healthy happy hours, where I did one a couple of years ago in my yard. Coaches came, they either brought a client or they brought a guest, and everybody brought a Lean and Green. It was totally down and dirty. I supplied water and I think seltzer, seriously. And it wasn't a huge amount of money out of my pocket. Everybody contributed. If you live in, like, you know, Cindy who lives, or Jessica you live, or even those who have coaches in Florida, or Sabrina, I know. Thank you, Dawn. I love you. Dawn's doing the video. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. I know that some of us have coaches, you know, Erin, I know you have Sabrina. I'm not sure where she lives, somewhere down south. So this is something really nice that our coaches can do at different areas. I'm probably going to do another one maybe in August in my yard. Even if, you know, you live in Pompton Lakes, or you live in, I don't know, where some, you know, Cheryl lives in Connecticut. This is something, I mean, I think we had, Erin, what was it, 10 people here in the yard? Christine, it wasn't a lot of people, but it was just an intimate gathering. We shared our stories. We talked about our journey. It was Peggy, I think, oh, Peggy's not on here, but it was just really nice. So another IPD had given me a slide presentation. You were going to host the second week in August. I love it. That's so great, Joan. So Joan is going to team up with Christine. If, you know, Kim Piero, if you want to team up with some of your Long Island coaches to do that, this is not a big deal and not expensive. It's a very informal, casual gathering. That's not a lot of money and a lot of time. It's just a nice thing to do. I can help you with invitations. I have a PowerPoint presentation. We could tailor it to our team. We can also pass that presentation around if we have it tailored to our team for us all to use. So that's just another option I wanted to share with you guys. Okay. Okay. So I want to give all the time. My coach is hosting one too. Carrie says, oh, that's great. How do you decide how to include limited people? I really didn't. I just kind of advertised. I advertised on my personal Facebook page. And I like, if you want to, and I kind of just did, like, you know, I didn't have that many coaches at the time. So like for a lot of you guys, it would be manageable. Ask your coaches to each bring a potential client or a potential coach. Doesn't have to be large. It could be 10 people, 5 people, 8 people, right? Just down and dirty kind of a thing. So for those that want more help doing that, I can send you everything I have from other leaders who have done it. I know these are really popular in other sections. Like I know down south, another IPD, she's literally going around to her coaching branches and showing up at these healthy happy hours that people are hosting. So like, again, if Jess, if you did one, I'd love to fly out and support you. Cindy, if you did one, I'd love to fly out and support you. So that's an option you guys can do. Okay. So I want to give the time and attention to I've asked Melissa who had to speak tonight, because here's why. I'm having a lot of conversations with you guys the past week, you know, and having, Joan says, I'm happy for any of us local coaches to come here, not just my tiny tribe. Okay, great. That's great. Thank you, Joan. How holding coaches accountable. You know, I've had a lot of conversations with you guys. You know, I don't know how many conversations I can have with this coach. She's just not doing the things. despite meeting with her over and over and over again, right? So, so this is, I'm sorry, somebody's not on mute, guys. Sorry, who is not on mute?
It was me. Sorry, I fixed it.
Okay, thanks. What I'm seeing is, and I am here too, this is not easy for me, calling people to the mat on things. We have a lot of coaches saying, but I want to grow. I want this, but their actions are not in line with what they're saying. And so we have to be willing, guys, to stop giving time and attention to those that are playing in the shallow end of the pool, because you are robbing your gifts. You are robbing people who want this of your time and attention. So, you know, not everyone, guys, is going to take this journey with us, right? We know that. Not
We're moving, honey. All right. You have money? You have money, right? Okay.
That's Michelle.
I got it. I got it. So, sometimes we have to be, the leader has to be the coach here. So I'm asking your permission tonight to listen to Melissa, because Melissa has done this really, really well. When we talk about inspecting what to expect, she calls her people out on things. She has hard conversations with coaches that say one thing but are doing another. And so I want to give Melissa the floor tonight, because I can spew all I want, but hearing it from a peer, and I've seen Melissa transform as a leader literally before my eyes. Somebody who started out saying, Mary Ellen, don't force me. I don't want to be nudged. I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to be, you know, leave me alone. She will be global director if this month, if not next, like that, because she is leading her team, and she's willing to go inspect things and have these conversations. So Melissa, without further ado, go ahead, girl. It's all you.
I'm very humbled. Thank you for asking me to do this. When I was putting together my presentation, I was, I think it's not going to start the way you want it to, Mary Ellen, but I'm going to get there. So bear with me for the beginning part. I am very much from a family of do it because I said so. I'm an only child. I don't play well with others. I expect people to do what I say. So I think this kind of came more naturally to me than it might for most people. And of course, everyone should always stay in their own lane. So, you know, if my suggestions don't work for you, maybe you can take a nugget from it or, you know, tweak to your liking. But this is just a quick little thing on how I work it. Can I get a thumb up if you see a broken cord in front of you? Awesome. All right. So I think with organizations like ours, and I did that by accident. I'm trying to get the Zoom toolbar out of the way, which is killing me. I think there's easy disconnect once your coaching tree gets a little more bloomed. You know, it's really easy to keep your connections tight when you only have one or two frontline coaches and you're so excited to sponsor. But as your frontline grows and you get to FIBIC and your coaches start having coaches, there will be some disconnect, and you will have to decide where to put your attention and where you're getting the most bang for your buck. I always remember our New Year's meeting where we all talked. We kind of ran in a round robin. I don't know how many of us were at that meeting, but I was like in tears sobbing. We all like said something that we wanted to do for the upcoming year. And I wanted to make sure I brought coaching to somebody that didn't know they needed it, because that's what it was for me. I'm here for the community first above all other things. So when there's disconnect in my organization and I don't see the relationship between one coach and another the way I want it to be, I get my knickers all in a knot. So I really do analyze at the end of every month where the disconnects are, and then I stop myself and take the time to actually fix it. So this is just my warning label for you. this is just my story, my account of working with coaches. I, as the main character, am a work in progress, and I revise myself constantly. So the presentation I give to you today, I might change something by tomorrow. You know, I am not married to anything I do as soon as it proves to not work anymore. So it's a work in progress. All right, so I ask you to think of your front line and the big players in your organization and ask yourself, who do you love working with? Who are the people that you connect with personality wise? They give you the warm and fuzzies. Maybe you have a parallel work ethic. You both approach the job the same way and you just love working with them. Try to put their face and their name in your head. And then look at your organization again and ask yourself, is there a coach in there that you avoid working with? You know, they're the ones that make you roll your eyes. Their mentorship lights up and you're like, oh God, here we go again. I would like everyone to consider asking themselves why. Why do you connect with certain people and avoid and not connect as naturally with others? And I would like to pose the idea that for the coaches in our organization, that we are not as excited to walk right next to, perhaps it is our job as the leader to find that common ground. Perhaps it is not really up to them. I would like to let you know that I call myself to task all the time. I ask myself when I see a coach fumbling, what did I do wrong? Not what did they do wrong? You know, how did I mislead them? Because, you know, I am the leader in this case. So my thought is to raise your babies. All your coaches in your organization, these are your babies. These are the people that either came to you or you dripped to them and they put out their $199 and said, yes, let's do this. So we need to lead them and raise our babies well so that they are able to go forth and raise their own babies, right? And if we drop the ball, they're going to do the same. So when you have new coaches or even coaches that are not taking off rapidly, they are babies that, in my opinion, really do need some love. And I put this little quote up on the right. People buy into the leader before they buy into the vision, because if that does not speak to me, I don't know what does. I did not say yes to coaching for any reason in the world other than that my friend asked me to, and I wanted to make her happy. I believed in my coach. So I bought into the leader. And then I said, I don't want, you know, to do anything but pay for my fuelings. But then Mary Ellen helped me really choose to go all in because she forgot my name 3 times. No offense, Mary Ellen, but you did. I had a meet and greet with her and a couple of tip calls. And every time she said, it's nice to meet you. And I didn't know at the time she had 8 billion people under her and a whole page to manage. I just thought she was somebody that wasn't remembering me. So I was hell bent on doing something impressive. So when I was a new coach, I thought to myself, okay, what are the things that make me want to rise up? And it was loving on my leaders. Lindsay and Mary Ellen are people that I wanted to please. I wanted to make them proud. So with that said, whenever I have a coach in my organization, whether they're my frontline or somewhere down the line, I want them all to know that I see them as a client first. It is really important to me that they know I am not going to stop caring about their journey because they've become a business partner of mine. So I insist on a weekly check-in. I insist on talking to them about their struggles for their journey. And this connection helps, I think, them to want to work a little bit harder for what we do. Second bullet, show when you're proud of your babies. When your coaches do something impressive, when they put up the great post, really let them know. And again, I learned this straight from my own coach and grand coach. When I joined on, if I did something well, it was shouted out in my team thread. When I became an ED and joined our ED and up thread, and somebody mentioned my name, I was all stupid over it and starry-eyed. Like, I loved knowing that I got somebody to notice. So when my coaches have good behavior, I reward them for it because that was what motivated me. And also give your people one-on-one attention. And I know we have meetings with each person, but I think it's easy when somebody reaches ED to say they've got this, or they've got a $15,000 FQV. Oh, they've got this. They don't need me. It's still really nice to know that your people will give you their time. When your leader asks you about your kids and your family and how you're doing, and says, how's your business looking, even if they know it looks fantastic, it just feels good to have somebody noticing what you're up to. So raise your babies, give them love. Now I have a couple of pictures here. There's a reason most pregnancies are single births. From the get-go, I have never sponsored more than one coach at a time. This is something I'm just going to keep throwing out there as a successful thing for me. I know we have a sponsoring mindset. I am simply knowing my own limitations. I am not going to coach well too many coaches, just like I can't coach too many clients well. So in dribs and drabs is how I get that done, and not neglect anybody or let them fall in the cracks. Just my own personal thing that for my own life. Okay, do your research. This is a poster teachers use all the time. FAIR isn't everyone getting the same thing. It's everyone getting what they need to be successful. So there's no way all of our coaches are equal. And Mary Ellen, I'm watching the clock, don't panic. When we have coaches that have decided to coach right out of the gate, they're not going to take to the model and be as successful as somebody who's been on program for 3 or 4 months. Same with if they have become a coach and went to senior coach because they got transfers. That's not the same as acquiring 5 clients. So these people are going to need more handholding. Are they lazy or are they insecure? You're going to have to go digging for that information. You can't just assume all coaches are the same and should get the same training. For example, if they're not computer savvy, telling them to do a pic collage is like speaking in another language. They don't know what you're talking about. So showing them and guiding them might be necessary in the beginning. Okay, now we're going to get to the part Mary Ellen actually wanted me to talk about. Now that you've got these raised babies and you've raised them right and you've put in your time, no adult children living in the basement, okay? Insist on efficiency, work ethic, and timelines. When you ask your team to do something, you really shouldn't have to wait around for it to be done. They need to go forth and apply the skills that you've taught them. Otherwise, you're going to frustrate yourself. I'm sorry, my answering machine is picking up in the background. Okay, do their actions match their words? Hold your people accountable for what they said they wanted. So this is their why. We have a why for coming to the program as clients. We have a why for coaching. I write it down on their health assessment. I write it in their coaching folders. I make absolutely sure that these people, I throw their words right back at them. I take a screenshot, I send it back to them. I do not want them shifting on me after they've committed and I've already put in my time. So whatever they said they wanted, I don't lose sight of that and I bring it up often. Okay, so this is where I become a mean mommy. Now, I'm not going to go through all these slides because I didn't edit all the names and I didn't know we were recording. So I'll just talk about a few things, but this one is fuzzed out, so no big deal here. So Mary Ellen put up in the ED thread the other day that if anybody wanted time with her, so I put it in a few threads of people that are in danger of not being ED again, and I put it up as an opportunity. I got a thumbs up from a coach. I had to say again, I didn't get an email for a session with Mary Ellen. Did you decide to pass? Do you need the link? Okay, I'm not letting them forget that I gave this opportunity. Don't give me a thumbs up, go book your appointment. Why are you not booking an appointment? Your ED, your FQV is not projected at 6,000 this month. Get off your rear end. Okay, this is another thing I do that's kind of sassy. I take attendance. Whenever I give in my team thread an instruction, this one was about scheduling tip calls. I ask them to like the message so I know who read it. So I kind of take attendance. And then anybody that doesn't like it, I go copy the message and put it in their personal mentorship and say, I see you didn't see this in our group thread. I wanted to make sure you had access to it. Just a little sassy, giving it to them twice because they didn't acknowledge me. Okay, I'm not going to call these people out, but I definitely go often into the mentorships. And if I ask them to do something, whether it's to put up a post or put a disclaimer on a post or take out a sentence. I had one coach say the program got her off her meds. If it's not done pretty much right away, I will go back in there and keep it up. I also am constantly asking Lindsay for guidance as far as going around the coaches between. I coach a lot of my grandbabies. I have 2 coaches in my front line that just for whatever reason, life, excuses, whatever it is, they're not putting in the work they said they would put in, and they're not showing up on time. The people underneath of them want this gift. And so I am going right around them, working with the people. If the coach shows up, great. If not, they miss out. And what I'm finding is I put a little summary in the mentorship thread after I meet with these folks. So that person's coach sees that not only did we meet without them, but we made a plan without them. And all of a sudden they start showing up as the alpha male and wanting to get in on the action because I've gone around them and made them look a little bit, irresponsible. And it doesn't hurt that Lindsay's in those threads and sees what's going on, because to them, she is an authority figure. And God forbid Mary Ellen's in the thread, then they're like shitting a brick. Okay, so don't reinvent the wheel, just use it. These are things that we've all been told to do. It's just a matter of doing it. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so what you allow is what will continue. The buck stops with us. We are the leaders. Connect has a tree view for a reason. All of these people are connected to us. So if there is something wrong, we are the people that need to fix it, analyze what's going wrong, and solve the problem, whether that involves some harsh talk, some hard conversations, some unpopularity, or what have you. And then I liked this. My responsibility, in my opinion, is getting all my players playing for the name on the front of the jersey, not the one on the back. So we are all agents of transformation for Optavia. We've been given this gift. It is our responsibility to make sure this model is followed. Our clients are cared for well. And if somebody says, I'm going to do this, and they don't, we've got to pick up the pieces because there's other lives involved there. People that wanted this, and we have to make sure they have access to it. And as the leader, it is our job to make sure that if they showed up, they get their chance to play. That's all I got.
Oh my God. First of all, the slide before Harry Truman. Can you just talk about that? Was that with one of your coaches that said, I wanted a lot of impact or income? Can you?
Yes,
share that with
and
the group real
you
quick?
know, if you if you weren't recording, I would have put that up.
Well,
I
I'm gonna
have-
stop. I'm gonna stop recording right now. So you need to
Okay.
do that.
Okay.